Hello and welcome to Dublin, Ireland and the beautiful suburb of Sandymount. It's Claremont Road, it's YMCA Cricket Club, and it's nearly time for the Hanley Energy T20 International Series between Ireland women and West Indies women. Andrew Leonard here, bringing you these pictures with Cricket Ireland TV. And a little while ago, I was with the two captains out for the toss. Let's find out what happened. Good afternoon and welcome to Claremont Road, YMCA Cricket Club for the first of this Hanley Energy T20 International Series between Ireland and the West Indies. I've got the match referee Kevin Gallagher with me. I've got the two captains, Stephanie Taylor from the West Indies and Laura Delaney. She's got the coin. Please go ahead. Heads is the call.
That's a head.
We'll have a bat then.
Okay, Stephanie, if you just want to come to me, you've decided to have a bat first on what looks a good wicket here.
Yeah, it does look like a pretty good wicket. Just from what we experienced in the last 2 days, we just thought that, batting first might be ideal because it might keep a bit low in the last half. So I think batting first might be the best option.
Slightly different conditions to back home, but looking forward to this 3-match series?
Yeah, I think it's definitely a preparation for us, going over to England and not just treating it like a preparation, but, we want to take it very seriously because, sometimes these games, they could come back, and haunt you. So we're not underestimating Ireland. We just want to go out there and, play our cricket.
Very best of luck today. We'll have a bit of a chat now to Laura Delaney, the home captain. Laura, you've lost the toss. First job not done. You're happy enough to have a bowl?
Yeah, happy enough. I think had I won the toss, we would have had a bat first as well. It looks like a really nice track, but we've fielded first on so many occasions. Yeah, happy out with that as well.
You've got 13 in the squad. Who are the two to miss out today?
Naomi Matthews and Leah Poole will be on the sideline today. Ina Raymond Howie, Sophie McMahon and a couple others make their comeback into the squad. So.
And as you heard, Stephanie Taylor, she had no hesitation in choosing to bat first. It's a nice sunny day in Dublin. It's a little bit windy, but it looks like a very good pitch they've got prepared here at the YMCA Cricket Club in South Dublin. We're about 5-10 minutes south of the city centre. And it's nearly time for the national anthems because we've got both sides going out. We've got a couple of mascots here today. Lainey Hart is the mascot for the Irish side, and Linky's de Klerk is going to be the mascot for the West Indian team.
Ladies and gentlemen, the two teams are now coming out for the anthems. We also give a massive round of applause for today's mascots, Lainey Hart and Linky de Klerk.
So with both sides lining up for the anthems. Call.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be upstanding for the anthems. We will commence with the anthem of the West Indies.
Back.
Let every voice be raised. Everybody give praise. Rally, rally round the West Indies, now and forever. Rally, rally round the
upstanding for Ireland's call.
Rally round the West Indies for the Caribbean nations, and Ireland's call for the home side. And Ireland's women, they're in a period of transition, and to help guide me through that transition into what is a new era for the women's game is a true icon of Irish women's cricket. I'm delighted to be joined by Miriam Greeley, who not only knows women's cricket well but also knows this particular ground pretty well.
I do. Thanks, Lenny. It's lovely to be here. Lovely to be asked back to my old stomping ground where I played 22 years of cricket, YMCA.
Big series this for Ireland. It's been a period of transition. We spoke about the grannies retiring, the four legends, Cecilia and Isabel Joyce, Ciara Metcalf and Claire Shillington, all making their curtain call on their careers in the Caribbean at the ICC Women's World 2020. But it's a new era for the game and plenty of talent in this young Irish squad.
There is, Lenny, yes. And as you say, to lose 600 caps, obviously, but everyone's time has to come at an end. And there's a great young talented pool of players here in Ireland under Aaron, and it's great that they have this opportunity now to gain some experience playing against the West Indies, who are arguably one of the best T20 players in the world.
Yeah, devastating power in this West Indies women's lineup. Stephanie Taylor, the captain, she won the toss this morning, decided to bat first. Any surprise that to you, or an easy decision?
Easy decision. I went out this morning and had a look at the wicket, and it's a lovely track to bat on. And I assume also West Indies want to get out there and start batting before as many times as they can before they get over to England as well. So no, not any surprise there. Yeah,
let's take a look at the two sides. West Indies with a 14-player squad and Ireland with a 13-player squad. So three women missing out even from the West Indies. Stacey Ann King, Kaishona Knight and Karishma Ramharak. They're the three missing out, and I'd say we'll probably see Hayley Matthews, maybe Brittany Cooper opening the batting, and then the superstar Stephanie Taylor come in at number 3.
Yeah, I've watched the West Indies a little bit, and obviously in the World Cup the same, and Stephanie Taylor is, as you say, a superstar. She's the captain, and she's been around quite a while now at this stage. But as you say, Hayley Matthews is also a very up-and-coming superstar, and I'm really looking forward to seeing her bat.
And let's take a look at the Irish squad, captained, of course, these days by the 26-year-old Laura Delaney from Leinster Cricket Club. And the two players missing out from the Irish squad today, Naomi Matthews coming into the squad for the first time across from Loughborough, and Merion's Leah Paul. So any surprises in the Irish 11 for you?
No. And as a current selector, that's pretty much what we expected to start the 11 to start. Naomi is a very big hitting girl, but she's coming in kind of raw, but she will learn an awful lot from being around a group of girls as well. And Leah Paul is, again, she maybe get a go the next day, but no surprises there at all, no.
And perhaps we're going to see a little bit of a surprise to start things off, and maybe the Irish team analysts doing their homework on these two batsmen at the top of the order for West Indies, because Celeste Rack and leg breaks is going to open the innings today.
I was talking to Aaron about this, and he said yes, that Celeste, they tried to get one in the power play off her to see if they can get an early wicket, because they feel obviously if they can get one of these two girls out, then you couldn't ask for a better start.
It's going to be Hayley Matthews on strike with Brittany Cooper at the non-striker's end. Hayley Matthews, we've seen, make such an impact on the Big Bash. Of course, playing over the women's IPL as well. Global superstars here in Dublin. First ball of the series, here we go. Slow through the air from Celeste Rack to start. Straight down to Rebecca Stokell at backward square leg. 2 fielders allowed outside the circle for the first 6 overs, Miriam.
That's right, two out for the power play. We have someone at long on and deep mid wicket. So
Short again from Rack. Hayley Matthews showing her power already, but no damage done. Saw them training down here at YMCA. There were balls flying over the boundary from the West Indies women. Serious power in the squad.
Oh, there's serious power here, absolutely. I mean, that's a great shot.
You see some of that power to start. West Indies are underway out to the deep square leg boundary. Shauna Kavanagh, probably Ireland's standout fielder, does the fielding out there.
Yeah, Shauna's an excellent fielder and she always tends to sweep the boundaries for us.
So it's a sunny day, actually even a little bit humid. Feels like summer's on the way for the first time, perhaps in Ireland. About 17 or 18 degrees, not quite the heat they're used to in the Caribbean. Stefanie Taylor told me at the toss she was still feeling the cold, and I was saying this is as good as it gets. But fantastic to have West Indies women here for this 3-match series.
Celeste has started very well there, Lenny. She's bowling a nice length, getting a little bit of turn.
Yeah, not quick through the air by any stretch, but certainly gets good turn on the ball.
She's a good experienced girl to have.
Short again, cut into the offside. Well fielded there by Gabby Lewis. And still a good tight start for Ireland. They'll be pleased with this.
Now we're looking for Celeste just to finish out this over. Nice dot ball.
Short again. Going to be a single to finish the first over. Just 2 runs coming from it. Ireland will be happy with that start, having lost the toss this morning. And the tactic of opening with spin, Miriam, it's worked.
Yes, it was a good decision in the end. They've done it before, Ireland. They've opened with Celeste. So, yes, worked very well there. Coming on to bowl from the Cecil Metcalfe end is our superstar, Kim Garth.
Tell us a little bit about Kim Garth, please, Miriam. She's, as you say, not just a star of this Irish team, but turned into a bit of a global superstar down at the Big Bash with the Sydney Sixers.
Yeah, I mean, actually, Kim has me following the Sydney Sixers now. I actually support the Sydney Sixers. I joined their website purely because of Kim. It's fantastic to have her out there. Unlucky last year not to get a game in the WPBL, but I still think she might get a game in the future. I think she's our superstar. She bowls a lovely line of length, and hopefully she get a wicket for us early doors.
Yeah, Kim Garth, one of 6 Irish women to receive the first ever historic contracts about 2 weeks ago, alongside Laura Delaney, Celeste Rack, Gabby Lewis, Mary Waldron and Shauna Kavanagh make up the 6. Is that something back in your day when you were playing you ever could have dreamed of, that actually semi-professional cricket for the first time?
A dream is probably all we ever would have done, yes. It's wonderful for the girls, absolutely thrilled for them, and the top 6 players got the contracts, so they're able to work a little bit more on their own, batting with Ed Joyce, for example, and then they obviously train with the squad as well.
It's going to be pace from the Cecil Metcalfe end in the form of Pembroke's Kim Garth. She's straight into her work, hitting a good length. This West Indies side ranked 4th in the world in T20 International Cricket. Ireland ranked 10th. How big is the challenge for this young Irish side?
Oh, it's very big, but it's a terrific experience for some of these girls who would not have played at this level. I mean, there's half of the squad would have been in World Cups, but Louise Little, Sophie McMahon, this is a new experience for them today.
Nicely bowled, half an appeal. Umpire Paul Reynolds standing at the Cecil Metcalfe end, and Azim Ali Bey gets square leg. And the third umpire today, Phil Thompson, all overseen by the ICC match referee Kevin Gallagher. Nice little crowd starting to come in. It's a Sunday. If you're in Dublin, get on down. Admission is free. YMCA Cricket Club is in Sandymount in Dublin 4. It's a bit blustery, but it's a beautiful day to watch some international cricket between Ireland and the West Indies. Beautifully bowled by Garth, beats the outside edge. That's right where she wants to be bowling.
That was a terrific delivery from Kim, beat the bat completely.
she be the fastest of the Irish bowlers we'll see on show today?
She is she does more with it. She's the fastest. Laura Ritz would be up there too for pace, but Kim would be a little bit more controlled. And
shorter this time, cut away. There's going to be runs here. Celeste Rack's going to have work to do in the deep. She picks that up well, but they're going to come back for 2. It's a stiff breeze coming across the ground, so clever running from the West Indies.
yeah, she played that very late, didn't she, Lenny? It was a good ball, but it gave her a little bit of width, and that's all she'll need.
Yeah, Brittany Cooper into the squad. The Trinidad batter opening the batting here with Hayley Matthews. Nicely bowled again by Garth. She's operating with a 6-3 field. Little surprised to see no slip in place.
Yes, Lenny, I'm actually early on as well, when they're not quite sure of how the wicket's going to play, and I would probably have a little slip in there, just at least for Kim's first over.
Nicely bowled again by Garth, causing early problems. And despite the little bit of a fumble at mid-wicket, no damage done. That's Louise Little there. Going to end the second over. West Indies women just 4 for none after winning the toss and choosing to bat first.
Don't think we could have asked for a better start, Andy. We got a wicket, that would have been a bonus, but it's a terrific start from Ireland.
Yeah, this is the Hanley Energy T20 International Series between Ireland women and West Indies women. The first of 3 matches here today at YMCA Cricket Club. The other 2 games will take place just around the corner at Pembroke Cricket Club, all in Dublin for an admission free there on Tuesday and Wednesday, and nice start times, 4 o'clock, so some good entertainment on show. Fuller this time. That's beautifully bowled by Celeste Rack. She's bowling with a dream for a leg spinner, a breeze that's coming into her and across her, hopefully aiding her drift and dip and turn.
Certainly throwing us up there, getting a little bit of drift in that delivery.
Patience from Hayley Matthews to start. How long will she be able to resist the temptation to come down the track?
I've noticed that before when she's batting. Actually does a little bit like a Chris Gale. She takes her time because she can catch well up on herself, and she, for a slim girl, she really hits a big ball. She's
down the leg side this time. Matthews looks for the sweep shot, doesn't make contact. We've got a signal coming from Azim Ali Beg. Just going to be a signal. Interesting to see, will this be, it's going to be given runs, so maybe just a fine edge from Hayley Matthews. Rack straying in line, getting away with it.
And again, Hayley does like playing the sweep, so we don't want to be drifting anything too far down her legs.
Inside edge, half a chance. Mary Waldron does the work behind the stumps. Going to be no run. You can see there's just no pace on the ball for Brittany Cooper to work with.
Looking a little nervous, would you think, Brittany Cooper?
Deandra Dotton, of course, missed out on this squad through injury. How big a blow is that to have one of the great icons of women's cricket missing here in Dublin for West Indies?
And also missing away in England as well. Yeah, she's a big loss, obviously, to their team. She's a superstar and a very big player, one of the best in the world.
Yeah, West Indies just taking a little while to get going. Ireland will be the happier of the 2 sides after 3 overs. A score 5 for none. Good tight stuff from Celeste Rack. Let's talk a little bit about the ICC Women's Championship. West Indies have struggled a little. They're down in 7th. They've got 3 matches to go. They're going to need to probably win all 3 to beat England and get into the World Cup automatically. Otherwise, they're going to be off to a qualifier.
Absolutely, yes.
And that's a position that the West Indies won't be accustomed to, because they're used to their position at the top 4 of the game, ranked 4th in T20 International cricket. Couple of absolute stars of the global game, particularly Stephanie Taylor, Hayley Matthews, who's on strike here, Deandra Dotton, who's injured, not here. Cut away by Matthews, but just going to be a single. Rack has to do the fielding this time. Really good tight stuff from Ireland to start here, Miriam.
Yes, Lenny, a great start from Ireland. Sticking with the 2 girls. They might make a change after this, but if we got a wicket now, it would just compound this brilliant start they've had. West Indian girls looking slightly probably want to see how the pitch is going to play. I think they're a little bit tentative of how it'll play.
Beautifully bowled. Through to the keeper. Big cheers from the Irish crowd on the side. A nice healthy crowd gathering. And Brittany Cooper, her feet went nowhere. Big swing and a miss. 3 off 13 balls. Pressure on her.
It's like she was beaten for pace too, Lenny, wasn't it? And the lift that Kim got.
Yeah, the feet really went nowhere. Super stuff. You see all sorts of bowlers warming up. The changes run. Gabby Lewis warming up with cover. Slower ball this time from Garth. Looked like a leg cutter. Mix up between the fielders. Direct hit. Huge appeal given. That's the first wicket. Brittany Cooper has sold Hayley Matthews down the river. Matthews has got to go. And what a huge strike that is for Ireland.
What a wonderful piece of fielding as well. I'm not sure there was a single in it.
Let's take a look at the replay here, Miriam. Talk to us what happened here.
She pushed for a single. She was going. She was sent her back. Yeah, I think she sold her down the river all right. Look at the little stare she's giving her there. Not happy.
Huge
Great
celebrations from the Irish squad. Hayley Matthews, one of those we identified as a danger woman for this West Indies side. She's got to go for just 3. And it's the dream start for Ireland. So that first wicket will just come through now in a second, and it's going to be Stefanie Taylor in at number 3. West Indies just under a little bit of early pressure here.
Another fine player, Stefanie Taylor, captain of her team. Wonderful batsman.
We're just checking who affected the run out, and it looked like it was the skipper, perhaps Laura Delaney. Might in fact have been Laura Moritz. It was.
Yeah, she's an excellent fielder, Laura Moritz. That was a fine delivery by Kim, right up to her toes for her first delivery, making her play.
Nicely bowled again by Kim Garth. Really good stuff from her. Toss about how this series wasn't just a warm-up. She was very aware of how good a side Ireland can be. And although West Indies will be big favourites today, they're under a little bit of pressure with the score just 6 for 1 in the 4th over. Beautifully bowled again. That's going to end the 4th over with a play and a miss. Kim Garth bowling really beautifully.
I wonder now, will they take Kim, or they leave her go through, or will they keep 2 for the end?
Just arrived down. Good afternoon and welcome to YMCA Cricket Club for this T20 International between Ireland and the West Indies.
Who else might we see bowl for Ireland? We've got the off breaks of Gabby Lewis. Who else could we see as the 3rd, 4th, 5th and maybe 6th bowlers?
Well, we have Sophie McMahon. We have Gabby Lewis, as you say. Laura Moritz, I think. And Sophie McMahon, yeah.
So right on cue, as Miriam Greeley says to my right here, Sophie McMahon into the attack. And Sophie McMahon, she's on T20 International debut, just 2 ODIs for Ireland so far.
Yeah, she's a good player, Sophie. This will be a learning curve for her now. And for her to get one of these scalps under her belt will do her the world of good confidence-wise. But we're just looking for her to bowl a nice line and length. Difficult for her also bowling in the power play.
Yeah, keeper Mary Waldron up to the stumps, as Miriam Greeley says. We're in the power play. Just 2 fielders allowed outside the 30-yard circle. They're at deep mid-wicket and long on. That's going to be McMahon in from the Wes Earl end.
That's a nice first ball. That'll be a settler for Sophie now. I notice she has exactly the same field as Celeste Rack, which is quite interesting. She has to keep this fairly full now, with all the offside fielders in.
McMahon, one of 3 Irish women on T20I debut, alongside young Louise Little, just 15 years old, and Una Raymond Hoey from Clontarf. Driven, that's a glorious shot, but a great stop in the covers. That's Gabby Lewis, saves at least 1 or 2 runs there.
she's known in that position, Lenny. She's a fabulous fielder, great dive and a great save. Certainly saved a couple, yes.
Two very different squads in makeup. The average age of this Irish side just hovering around 20. If we take Mary Waldron out of that, it dips below 19. She'll probably be annoyed at me saying that now. Cut away. Finds a fielder again. In fact, Mary Waldron, the only player in her 30s in this entire Irish 13.
Yes, the granny of the team, Lenny. She's a fabulous superstar though, Mary, isn't she? The dual international. And then with her umpiring skills in the ICC development panel now as well. Last year she went to Guernsey. She's a very, very hard worker and fully deserves her part-time contract.
And a superb wicketkeeper up to the stumps here, putting the pressure onto the West Indies captain, who finally beats the infield. And it is a fast infield here, so we're going to have the first boundary of the day. Behind square on the offside, just beats the diving stop of the skipper, Lord Delaney.
And now we'll have a look at the replay. Yeah, she kind of played it quite late, Laura. Yeah, I think Laura might be disappointed with that. She sort of dived over it.
Yeah, just a little bit too full from Sophie McMahon. A bit of a half volley, and it's going to bring about a change in the field because deep mid wicket's going to come in to the circle at square leg, and Gabby Lewis will drop out to the deep cover boundary.
That hurt, all right. Bowl it there again now, Sophie.
Just a blow in the thigh pad, and Stefani Taylor's going to need a minute. Wide outside the off stump as Ali Bey signals wide, and amazing what a boundary does, just puts a bit of pressure on the bowler.
Yes. She started so well, didn't she? And then she just lost it. And then when the boundary, it could have been stopped perhaps. Maybe would have had a different next ball, but now a little bit of pressure on her, all right. Hopefully she'll finish it off well.
Nicely bowled, but very well played as well by Stefani Taylor. Just gets that into the offside for a quick single. She'll keep the strike. That ends the fifth over. West Indies, they're 13 for 1. Going to have a double change in bowling because Kim Garth is going to come out of the attack. The change in bowling is going to be like for like because the seam of Louise Little will come into the attack, and the change of bowling will bring about a change in the commentary position. I'll pass over to Mark Jones, who'll be joined by Janice Walsh.
Thank you, Lenny. Great start here by the Irish bowlers, Janice.
Yeah, it's terrific. They're sort of tying down the West Indies bats a little bit. Afternoon to everybody. It's a beautiful day down here in YM.
It's Little's first ball, a little bit short, and it's been pulled away into the leg side, just over the 30-yard circle. Just take the one, a little bit of a top edge.
This is going to be a great learning curve for Louise Little to bowl to this calibre of batsman. Anything loose is going to be punished. The West Indies are renowned for being aggressive bats who will attack the bowlers.
This, of course, is Little's first over in international T20 cricket. Fuller this time, square drive. Good stop by Laura Delaney on the covers.
Yeah, it's very well fielded. Louise isn't short on confidence. She is Josh Little's sister. So I think they discuss bowling over breakfast, lunch and dinner.
Well, Josh certainly doesn't lack in confidence anyway, so I'd imagine it's a family trait.
Yeah, aren't they lucky?
Full again and into the covers this time.
Any form of dots building up here, the West Indies are going to get uncomfortable. They like to see the scoreboard ticking over. They like to run between the wickets. They like to hit the ball hard and over the top generally. So they are going to be looking to attack.
Tight one here.
Dutton, so you can understand she might have been a little bit nervous. She was sort of a late call-up. Deandra Dutton was withdrawn from the squad because she has to have surgery on her shoulder. And it's a shame that we won't see her play here. She's such an outstanding player. She's ranked number 1 in the women's T20 game. stepped up, but she's no slouch with the bat either.
Yes, but still very big shoes to fill. But wider this time and signal wide by Paul Reynolds.
Yeah, Louise is going to have to sort of get her line right here. I think if that was a little bit closer, we would have seen it smashed to the boundary. That we have cover out there, but she's going to have to bowl a little bit tighter.
She is bowling a little bit too full, maybe. Okay. That's better. It's a lot fuller, nearly Yorker length, but driven into the covers, looking for 2 here, but well fielded in the outfield, and just the 1 run taken.
Yeah, it's nice cricket. Nice ball, beautifully hit, and well fielded by Shona Kavanagh, who's probably got one of the biggest arms for the Irish women. She's a very good fielder, very good boundary fielder.
Yeah, it was straight in over the. Full this time and smashed over the covers. 1 bounce for 4 runs.
Just what we were saying there. That was full toss.
A little bit nervous there maybe from a little, but yeah, it just went too full, and that got exactly what it deserved. At the end of the 6th over now, the score moves on to 20 for 1.
Yeah,
but still, sorry, Janice, just still a very good start for the Irish.
Yes, it is, and I was talking to the girls yesterday, and they're Australia, playing all around Australia, and obviously the girls who were here were practicing all winter, working on their game, working on certain elements of their game, and this is the first chance they have to sort of put it into practice at these 3.
And it's Sophie McMahon to continue from the Wes Earl end. Oh, bit of a full start there. The batter just pulling out at the last minute. And this year's the first year of central contracts for some of the Irish girls. Janice? Again, well bowled there by Sophie. Any thoughts on that?
Yes, it was sort of after the last T20 World Cup where Laura Delaney had that now famous impassioned press conference where she really called on Cricket Ireland to step up and give the Irish women a level playing field when it comes to being able to practice and being able to develop their game.
Oh, off the outside edge there. Might run all the way down to the boundary for 4 here. Yeah. Wider this time from Sophie McMahon, and big swing has just been caught the outside edge, and 4 runs to Stefanie Taylor, sorry.
Yeah, it was sort of a shot. It was sort of a big swing at the bat. She just got the bottom onto it, and it just trickled over the boundary for 4. Again, anything that's loose is going to be punished here.
Well, they do seem to be swinging the bat at everything at this stage, and you know, the score 20 moves on to 24 now, but still 6.5 overs bowled. They need to start getting on with it a little bit. Oh, and straight onto leg stump this time, and ease down to fine leg for 4. Another great shot by Stefanie Taylor.
Yeah, Stefanie Taylor is a very nice bat to watch. She sorted the ball straight down leg, and she just leaned across and just nudged it down then to fine leg. She makes it look very easy.
So McMahon under pressure in this over. Is going to have to finish well. That's better. Fuller this time from Sophie, and just worked into the leg side there for a dot.
Stefanie Taylor is top of the batting averages for the West Indies in T20s. She's been playing T20s since 2008, and her batting average, she bats with an average of 35.68 in T20s, which is super.
That's very impressive.
Yeah.
What's your strike rate, or do you have that there?